Hey everyone, it's Alora, and today I'm going to be talking about books that I think should be made into movies. Now, I really love books, as I'm sure you're aware. Films, not so much, but sometimes book-to-movie adaptations go really well, and these are books that I feel like would be really visually appealing. Either that, or I think that the character dynamics would really show up very well in a visual medium. So let's go ahead and start with the list. The first book that I think would be a fantastic movie is The Six of Crows duology by Leigh Bardugo. I thought that this book was fantastic, but I could just picture it in this kind of Venice, this dark Venice-like setting where you have all of the boats and you have the creepy alleyways, and I would love to see Kaz Brekker as a real-life man. The setting of this book was just so atmospheric, and I think that would be captured very well on film. And also I think that the snarkiness of the characters would be really fun just to see acted out. Plus, heist movies are always really enjoyable. Next up, I'd really like a film of the Name of the Wind series by Patrick Rothfuss. I feel like these movies would be like The Lord of the Rings. You could have a 4-hour-long, super intense fantasy journey movie, and it would be really fun to see how they would film it because our main character Kvothe starts out as such a young boy and then he grows up, so I wonder if they would have to use multiple actors or if they could maybe film it over the course of several years. That would be really great. What if they took one actor and they filmed, once a year for 7 years or something, and they got this whole series done? That would be amazing. Wouldn't that be cool? It would be such an epic tale. I can just picture it. I would love it. Let's shake it up a little bit and go with the contemporary. The only contemporary on this list is Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. This is such a good book. I would recommend it to so many people. It's about these two kids coming from vastly different backgrounds, and they fall in love for the first time with each other, and they start to accept themselves for who they are, and it was really a beautifully written story and a beautiful concept too. But I think that it would be really, really nice to see real people falling for each other in this way. You'd have to have some very strong lead actors for sure, but it definitely has the potential to be a really great film. My next pick is a sci-fi book, and that is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Now, I know there's actually been some discussion about potentially turning this into a film or a TV series, and I think it would be really fun. This is sort of a dystopian revolution, rising up type of book, but not on our planet. So it has this very unique feel, and this first book is a tournament book. So there are all of these tests and trials, and people are competing against each other, so it has a bit of a Hunger Games feel, and it would just be really fun. It would be like the Hunger Games, but in space. Yeah. And then the series could transform because the second and third book get more into the space battles and things like that. So I think this would be a really fantastic film. It would have to have a high budget. It couldn't be a crappily done show, but it could be really, really fun if it was done right. Next up is a long-standing series of mine, and that is Throne of Glass by Miss Sarah J. Maas. I love Sarah J. Maas. I'm sure you hear me talk about her all the time, and I know they're contemplating turning this into a TV series called Queen of Shadows, which is the name of the fourth book, I believe. I'm really excited about this. I cannot wait to see Selena Sardathian be all kick-ass and amazing, and I really hope they get a fantastic actress to play her. I think that will make or break the show, but this will be a really fun fantasy series, and I'm really looking forward to it. The next book I want to talk about is a little bit older, and that is Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. This book is a dystopian series that was written, 10, 15 years ago now, and I loved it, and I wanted it to be turned into a movie at the time when I first read it. And there was discussion that it might be, and now I really don't think it will be, but I wish it would be, because you have this city where there are all of these people partying and neon lights and all of these body modifications because people turn pretty. You have uglies, who are the regular looking people, and then when you hit a certain age you're allowed to go through all of these surgeries and become pretty, and they kind of take away your brain, so that's the dystopian aspect of it. But also it would just be cool to see all of the lights and all of the fantastic parties with the people with, tails and leopard spots and crazy plastic surgery. It would just be really cool. It would sort of remind me of the Capitol from the Hunger Games. Going back to the Hunger Games again. The last book that I want to talk about today is the Shatter Me series by Tahara Mafi. I think this would be really fun as like a mini TV series or something like that, where you could just have 3 or 4 episodes, not full-length movies, but you could follow our main character as she grows into her abilities, and she has this epic love triangle, and oh my god, I really want to see the guys. Adam would be great, but especially Warner, because he is so suave and strutting around in his suits and his perfect blonde hair and super charming, and apparently I just want eye candy. Okay, those are all of the books that I would love to see turned into films. What are some of your favorite stories that you think would make great book to movie adaptations? I'd love to know. And also, I'm curious, do you prefer book to movie adaptations or book to TV show adaptations? Because I know, like with Game of Thrones, it's fantastic that it's so long, so we're able to see so much character development and so much of the story brought to life. But also sometimes it's nice just to have it in one succinct, complete little package. So let me know what you think down below. I hope that you are having a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and until next time, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye guys.